20 weirdest toys. But first, thanks Alyssa Rame for leaving us this comment on our 10 volcanoes that could destroy the world video. Let us know which toy you think is the weirdest, and maybe we'll feature you in an upcoming video. Number 20. Tanky Wacky. Have you ever imagined Teletubbies taking over the world and driving down the streets in tanks? You might have had nightmares about this possibility, but in 1998, China decided to make this a reality when they released a toy called Tanky Wacky. It featured a Tinky Winky-like character in a tank looking to plot destruction. Number 19. Big Lou. If there ever was a toy that frightened children, it had to have been Big Lou that hit the shelves during holiday season in 1963. It was 3 feet tall and tried to do a little bit of everything. For $9.99, its eyes would light up, had a voice changer, a Morse code clicker, darts that shot from its nipples, a rocket launcher from its feet, and an arm that shot plastic balls. It's almost like a killer robot or something. Number 18. Stretch Armstrong. Have you ever contemplated on giving your kid a stretchable bodybuilder to play with? It was basically like a doll of stretchable glue that could stretch about 4 times its actual size. Kids would pretty much punish this thing and took their aggression out on it until it eventually snapped. There wasn't really much else you could do with it. Number 17. Jesus Bot. Is this what the Japanese representation of Jesus looks like? This one comes from nowhere else but Japan. With their superior advancements in electronics, it's possible they went a little too far with this one. Is it possible that Jesus will make his second coming in the form of a robot? We're not exactly sure what it does, but it doesn't seem like it'll absolve you of your sins. Number 16. Star Wars Melting Stormtrooper. In a galaxy far, far away, there were melting stormtroopers who slowly melted from intense battle. Or it was just another weird toy. This is an officially licensed Star Wars product that featured a white blob of putty that you would stick arms, legs, a helmet, and a gun on. After you leave the stormtrooper for a while, you can come back in about 25 minutes and notice it was completely melted. Hopefully, no stormtroopers were harmed in the making of this product. Number 15. Zombie Mario. It looks like the zombie apocalypse is finally here, and they've already gotten to one of our favorite video game characters. This plush toy features yellow eyes with blood and a chain sticking out of its famous overalls. This doesn't necessarily seem suitable for children. Number 14. The Walking Ted. Normally, parents will consider giving their child a teddy bear to put them at ease, but this one here will certainly give your kids nightmares. It definitely doesn't seem like something you want to cuddle up next to, unless you're a serial killer. This teddy bear has been ripped open, but he'll still give you his heart. Number 13. Robot Buddy. Have you noticed your kid hasn't been making too many friends at school, and you just sort of wish you could buy him one? The Mechanoid G15KS robot could be the right Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa present for your child. For about $500, you can get them a special friend they've been looking for. Just be sure they remember to charge his battery. Number 12. Play-Doh Frosting Decorator. Oh no, Play-Doh. Hasbro Toys offered to replace one of the toys they released in 2014 after parents began to notice its resemblance to a sex toy. It was actually supposed to be a 2-way piece syringe with spiral ridges around the outside and would be used to squeeze Play-Doh to look like decorative cake frosting. The kid didn't seem to realize its resemblance to anything in particular, but the parents sure did. Maybe it was just proof they had dirty minds. Number 11. The Furby. The Furby was an owl hamster-like creature and was a must-buy product in 1998. Nearly 2 million of these toys sold that year, and it was downright creepy. It was capable of understanding 24 languages, while its native tongue was Furbish, an imaginary language. Furbies almost seemed like they had a mind of its own, and the US government even claimed that they were spying devices. Rumor has it that Furbies are making a comeback in 2016 with the new pink Connect Furby that you see in this photo. And these are expected to be a hot item for Christmas this year, with over 1,000 expressions. Only time will tell if you can survive the Furby invasion. Number 10. The musical Jolly Chimp. You might remember seeing this toy on Toy Story 3, but this toy actually exists, and it's pretty creepy. This toy is able to show and shatter his teeth, as well as clap the cymbals together. Its bloodshot eyes don't make it appear so jolly. Originally made in 1950s, these battery-operated monkeys can fetch a price of about $60 on eBay. He looks like he's ready to go on a rampage at any moment. No wonder people are trying to sell these things. Number 9. Pregnant Midge Doll. Turns out Barbie had a more promiscuous friend named Midge. Now you don't have to teach your kids where babies come from, because this Barbie doll will do that for them. This doll was actually pretty controversial at the time because people believed that the doll looked too young and shouldn't be having a baby. Number 8. Barbie Forever and Tanner. Some toy companies really try too hard to make their toys more realistic than they should be. We all imagine Barbie being a professional dog walker at some point, so it makes sense to have this type of doll, right? In 2005, the toy featured pretend poop that the dog would actually put in his mouth in order for it to come out its backside. She was also equipped with a magnetic scooper. The toy was later recalled due to a choking hazard. Gross. Number 7. Brainmobile. If you're looking for a great way to absolutely traumatize your kids from a young age, we got you covered. We probably all had some crazy toys when we were younger, but who in their right mind would get this for their kids? Number 6. Crazy Bones. You might remember the Crazy Bones fad if you're growing up in the 90s. A Spanish company called Magic Box Inc. created little plastic molds of strange faces that you would usually try to knock over using your plastic molds. But it turns out this game actually dates back to ancient Roman and Greece times, but instead of using plastic, they actually used sheep knuckle bones, which is how they got the toy name Crazy Bones. The product was aggressively marketed towards children, but each one seemed to be a little bit spooky in its own unique way. Number 5. Shave the Baby Doll. Who would seriously buy this for their kids? And what if we don't want to shave the baby? Turns out this one isn't real in a sense that it was never exactly on shelves anywhere. This was actually a conceptual art design from a crazy Polish artist in 1995. Whatever the message he was trying to get across in this one, we're not exactly sure, and we'd like to hear what you think about it in the comments section. Number 4. The Yume Doll. Certainly not all dolls are made happy. This one here is sold in Japan, and the ones who actually play with her can literally make her cry. But first, in order to do that, you have to inject her arm with a syringe. What kind of values are we teaching the kids? Something about this just seems a tad unsettling. Number 3. The Face Bank. At some point in our lives, we probably had a piggy bank to collect coins, and teaching kids to save money is a good thing. This new invention from Japan seems a little bit too eerie to feel at ease. It features a face of a chimpanzee who isn't craving bananas, but your coins. All you have to do is put a few coins in his mouth, and he'll be well fed for the rest of the day. Just watch out for your fingers though. Number 2. Sega Robotic Cat. Also known as the Dream Cat Venus, this lifelike robotic cat from Japan was equipped with sensors that allowed it to engage in realistic feline behavior when it was touched, like purring, meowing, hissing, and moving its leg when you rubbed its belly. It also tends to make robotic engine-like sounds when it's moving. It'd be cute if it wasn't so creepy. Will robot cats someday take the place of real cats? And number 1. The Gilbert U-238 Atomic Energy Lab. Science kits seem like a fun way for your kids to learn about scientific things. This one, however, wasn't your ordinary science kit. It's not every day that kids get to play with uranium ore. This kit from the 1950s actually contained a radioactive substance that could be potentially converted into plutonium. This was a hazardous material that was found in the kit that also contained a Geiger counter, an electroscope, and a comic book teaching kids on how to perform experiments. Luckily, the product wasn't on shelves very long.